Oh, hi. It has been a moment since I last uploaded on this channel, about 2 months to be precise, and we need to talk about it. And I need to tell you where I've been, why I stopped uploading, where I'm at, and of course, the title of this video. What is the announcement that I have? So, first of all, if you're new here, hello, my name is Katie. If you know who I am, then hi, it's good to see you again. So, let's just get right into it. Basically, if you're here and you're watching this video, you know that I used to do anime reaction content, and I loved doing it, and I stopped about 2 months ago. Basically, I uploaded about 5 times a week. I was reacting to lots of different animes, and maybe you saw it happen with me. Maybe you've seen it happen with me and other creators, because I know I wasn't the only one affected by this. And I think this is something that happens every so often with regards to anime content. But basically, I woke up one morning and my Patreon was fully suspended for copyright issues regarding anime reactions, and my stomach fell out of my ass. Basically, at the time, a lot of anime reactors were getting copyright claims, copyright strikes for anime reaction content, which is definitely not a new thing. Reaction content does fall under fair use, but anime is slightly different because anime studios are a little bit more strict. It just greatly differs with Japanese media, unfortunately. So to give some context as to why this was so stressful for me is because, and so many other creators, not just me, obviously, but I built up this channel and I built up my Patreon. My Patreon had early access to all the anime that I was reacting to. I had hired an editor who was doing my One Piece reactions for me. And I am a full-time content creator. I have been a full-time content creator for 3 years, and I do Twitch streaming, which used to be my main source of income. But very, very quickly, because of this channel and because of how Patreon grew for me, Patreon actually became my main source of income very, 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 very quickly. It's like all of my eggs were in one basket. So when I woke up to my Patreon account being suspended and not knowing whether or not I could get that back, I have never felt so scared and so stressed in my life. Because imagine just like waking up one day and you don't really understand why your main source of income has been taken away. And sure, that can happen in any job, any situation. But because I do this all like mostly myself, at the time I had an editor, but because I do this all mostly myself and it was all riding on me, the stress that I felt was just overwhelming. From there, things just started snowballing. I had lots of my videos taken down. I had to delete a ton of videos from Patreon, delete a ton from YouTube. I have an active copyright strike on this channel at the moment, which is from all of this. I will be 100% honest. This came at a time where I was starting to feel really burnt out by what I was doing. I was streaming 3 to 4 times a week, and I was doing these anime reactions, doing early access for Patreon, reacting to like 4 or 5 different anime. And it was at a time where I just was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, that happening on top of all of the work that I put into this channel and my Patreon, I just was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this is not worth it. And I decided to stop. I get that a lot of people, continue doing the anime reaction. Some people didn't get any strikes, which is great. A lot of people did. A lot of people that I spoke to got strikes, but they are doing okay now, which I'm so glad to hear. But for me, it just came at a time where I was just so overwhelmed that I was like, I cannot keep doing this at the risk of losing everything because of these copyright strikes. It was just too stressful, and I decided to stop, and that's what I did. I haven't obviously done any anime reaction content in the last couple of months, and it did make me really, really sad. I actually took a whole break from watching anime at all because I didn't want to associate the sadness of having to stop my reactions with watching anime. I've watched very little ever since, and every single day I have missed doing it. Like, genuinely, I've really, really, really missed it, especially One Piece. Like, I've really missed it. I haven't watched any One Piece since I last filmed a reaction. So at that time, I decided to transition all of my content to gaming because that is what I do on Twitch. I have another YouTube channel. If you do want to check it out, I am uploading there all the time, and I do stream 4 times a week. And I changed my Patreon to do early access playthroughs and stuff like that, and I am really enjoying it. I do want to continue doing Let's Play content. The thing with me is that I always want to do a million different things and never really know how these puzzle pieces fit together, and that has been my issue with content for the longest time. And I've had thoughts in my mind about coming back to anime reactions and how the hell I could ever make it work in terms of the worry of copyright issues and the separation between all of my content. Like, the gaming stuff is so separate from the anime stuff, and those worlds don't always collide in terms of viewership and all that. I'm just at a point where I really have to do what I really just want to do and not worry about a bunch of other factors that come into it, because at the end of the day, I love being a full-time content creator. I love making content, and I just need to make content that makes me happy, and that is what I want to do. So with all of that being said, I have a very important announcement about this channel, and it is I'm bringing back One Piece reactions. I am not going to react to other anime for now, at least for the foreseeable future. I'm not going to react to any other anime because I'm still a little bit worried about all the copyright side of things. And when you start bringing in a bunch of different anime and a bunch of different studios that could potentially be unhappy with reactions, if I just stick to one, I think it'll be good for my brain right now. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm bringing back the One Piece reactions, and I'm actually really excited about it. I feel good about it, and I'm gonna explain to you now how that is gonna work in terms of with all of my other content considered as well, because I'm still doing all of that. I'm not giving any of that up. So basically what is gonna happen on this channel is it's gonna be One Piece focused. And one of the things, it's not really important, but one of the things that I need to do is rebrand, because my little profile picture is me and Tengen from Demon Slayer, and I kind of wanted to be me and Zoro. So bear with me while that doesn't make any sense. But aside from that, I have a backlog of like 8 to 10 weeks of One Piece videos that just didn't see the light of day on YouTube because I stopped uploading. And obviously I want to upload all of those, and they're from months ago, like the start of this year. Some really great episodes, like the end of the Alabasta arc going into the Skypiea arc. Like, there's so much good stuff that I was just on the cusp of sharing, and then obviously I stopped. And then of course the live action is coming out in August, and I want to react to the live action. And honestly, it was seeing the trailer for the live action that made me feel really emotional about One Piece and really miss it. I bawled my fucking eyes out watching that trailer. What it really comes down to for me is that I really miss sharing the One Piece journey with other people. Sharing the One Piece reactions brought me a lot of joy. I talked to so many different people in the comments about One Piece, and if there's one thing about me, I love sharing my love for stuff with other people, and I find it very hard to keep it to myself. So that's why I do what I do. That's why I play games on the internet. That's why I react to shit on the internet, because I just love sharing all of this, and I love talking to people about it. And seeing the live action trailer, I was just like, fuck, I miss One Piece so much, and I miss the community feel of One Piece, because ever since I started reacting to One Piece, everyone that has come to my channel from One Piece have been so welcoming, so nice, and I really miss that. And I just feel like there's so many good moments that I recorded that haven't seen the light of day yet, that it's just so special to share them. I don't know, there's just something special about reaction content, especially when you love a show as much as I love One Piece. I just want to share that with you. And I really miss doing it, and it made me so sad to stop. So I gotta take the risk with this one and do what makes me happy. And this time I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I still have my other YouTube channel. Like I said, my Patreon is still gonna have a lot of early access gaming content, and also I'm doing live action movie reactions as well. This time, not everything is going to be riding on the anime side of things. If things, God forbid, please fucking don't, but if anything happened with regards to copyright or this channel or anything, it's not like I would lose everything. You know, that was the big stress. I really woke up that day when my Patreon was suspended and I thought, I am losing everything. Like, it was so scary and I don't want to ever put myself in that situation again. So here's what you can expect going forward on this channel. I am going to be uploading twice a week, One Piece reactions. I have also, when thinking about doing this, I have had to consider not burning myself out, because that's what I did before when I was reacting to like 300 different anime and early reactions on Patreon and all that kind of stuff. Like, I really was overworking myself. Like, sometimes I would be working like until 3 a.m. and not upload to Patreon in time, and I would cry because I was so stressed that I was letting people down. I can't do that again. So I have to do this in a way that works for you if you're consuming my content or paying for my content, and also that works for me as a creator, because I am just one person. I don't work with my editor anymore because obviously with the financial side of things, I couldn't keep working with them. Hopefully one day, maybe if this works out, we can bring my editor back, because they were fantastic. But at the moment, it is just me doing Twitch, doing YouTube, both YouTube channels, my Patreon, all that kind of stuff. So I have to do it in a way that I won't like burn myself out in like a month. So what I'm going to do is, I have, like I said, a backlog of all of these One Piece videos, like 8 weeks, 10 weeks worth of videos that are 3 episodes in one video. And I'm going to be uploading those twice a week on Wednesdays and on Sundays. The first one, as I'm recording this, will be up on Sunday. So I'm uploading this on a Wednesday. That'll come out on Sunday. And then from there on, it'll be Wednesday, Sunday. So that'll be 6 episodes a week on YouTube. Now, for Patreon, it's going to work slightly different, and it's a little bit confusing, so bear with me. The thing that I was worried about was having a separation between all of my content. I was like, I can't have gaming and anime in the same spot. Like, it's gonna, people aren't interested in both most of the time, and blah, 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 blah. And like I said, the thing with me is I like to do a lot of different things. Like, I have a lot of different interests. I like to do a lot of things, and it's more stressful to try and keep it all separated. And you never know. Maybe if you like my reactions, you might like my gaming. I don't know. And if you don't, that's also okay. But what I'm going to be doing is I am going to have a separate tier on Patreon for my One Piece reactions. And if you just want One Piece reactions, you can subscribe to that tier, and all you will see is One Piece reactions. My other tiers, if you subscribe to the second tier or higher, the second tier being the hardcore tier or higher, you will get the One Piece reactions and all of my gaming content. Or if you're the highest tier, you will also get my movie reaction content as well. So it kind of has that separation for the people that are only there for One Piece. That's all you'll get. Just subscribe to the tier with One Piece. It'll be very clear that it's One Piece. If you subscribe to any of the higher tiers, then you will get gaming and possibly movie reactions as well, depending what price you go for. If you're interested in gaming content, it's probably better value to go for the hardcore tier, because then you get anime and you get gaming content. But I do understand that not everybody is interested in the gaming content. You might just be there for One Piece. So that's why I have the separation. If anyone has any questions about that, let me know in the comments. I hope I've laid that out in the best way that I possibly can. This is the best way that I can think about it working for everyone, especially those who aren't interested in the gaming content. I had a lot of people understandably leave my Patreon because all they were interested in was One Piece or anime, and this is to, so your feed isn't overloaded with gaming content if that's not what you want to see. I really appreciate the support on Patreon. Obviously, if you do want to check out the tiers with gaming in it as well, obviously that is so appreciated. Patreon is a huge source of income for me, and it really helps me out. And hopefully with doing this and growing both of my channels, then I can bring an editor back. In terms of what you will see for the One Piece content on Patreon, to make it as manageable for me as possible, those videos that you see on Patreon will all be uncut timer reactions. So you will need a copy of the episode that I watch so that you can sync it up with mine and watch my reaction. It will be completely uncut. I won't be editing anything out. Like, you'll be able to see my entire reaction. Again, this is just to make it more manageable for me, and then it means that I have plenty of time. Like, I'm way ahead of myself to actually edit these like newer videos for YouTube, because obviously YouTube, I can't do them uncut on YouTube. And with that being said, there's going to be 4 episodes a week on Patreon. And as I am uploading this on YouTube right now, there is 4 new episodes that I have recorded today that are there. So we are like well into the Skypea arc now, and there is the whole backlog. If you want to catch up on everything past episode 118, we're in the Skypea arc, like the 160s. So if you want to catch up on all of that, that's all on Patreon as well, plus these new uncut videos. The ones before were all edited. The ones that are being uploaded from today are all uncut. And then once I kind of catch up with myself on YouTube, I will be reducing the episodes per week on YouTube to 2 per video. So it'll be 4 episodes in total per week. That will be in like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 weeks. So we have a while until then. But the 3 episode reaction videos are quite a lot for me on top of everything else that I'm already doing. So I hope you can understand why I'll be reducing those when we catch up. Anyway, I hope all of that makes sense. And if anyone has any questions, just let me know. I've tried to plan this out in the best way that I possibly can for me, for you consuming my content or paying for it on Patreon. And honestly, just because I really want to get back to One Piece, I miss it so much. And I hope that you're excited about this. I'm excited about this. I feel hopeful about it. Thank you so much for coming back, first of all, if you have, but also for the time that I needed to think this through and be away from everything that happened, because it did cause me a lot of stress. And thank you also if you are understanding why I'm not currently doing any other anime reactions, because it's just not something that I'm quite ready to dive back into. I'm not saying that I'm going to rule it out completely for the future, but this channel going forward will be mostly One Piece centric. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Too long didn't read. One Piece reactions are coming back. Thank you so much for your patience with me. Thank you so much if you support me in literally any way. It really, really means the world to me as a full-time content creator. Thank you for being patient while I figure my shit out. And I am really excited to continue the One Piece journey with you because I've missed it. I can't wait to get back to these characters. I love them so much. And I cannot wait to experience the live action with you as well, because that shit looks so good. I'm going to say the cheesiest thing I've ever said on YouTube. I will see you on the cruise.